So, um, we did 17 through 27 last time and got quiet for 5 minutes. Starting out this time, I've been trying to say the set aside prayer every beginning time, and the final note on page 27 is that Dr. Silkworth can't help me with my body, and Dr. Young can't help me with my mind. And that goes back to the circle and triangle aspect of the beginning, where we found that um, we need to take care of all four things at once: body, mind, and spirit, and then the service work within. All three things. So in step one on 20, it says, "Here is the terrible dilemma in which our friend found himself when he had the extraordinary experience, which was, as we already have told you, made him a free man." And this is step one, it says at the top. "We in turn sought the same escape with all the desperation of drowning men. What seemed at first a flimsy reed had proved to be the loving, powerful hand of God. A new life has been given to us, or, if you prefer, a design for living." And that's circled because that's what all the 12 steps are. Design for living that really works. The distinguished American psychologist William James, in his book Varieties of Religious Experience, indicates a multitude of ways in which men have discovered God. We have no desire to convince anyone that there is only one way by which faith can be acquired. If what we have learned and felt and seen means anything at all, it means that all of us, whatever our race, creed, or color, are the children of a living creator with whom we may form a relationship upon simple and understandable terms as soon as we are willing and honest enough to try. And that was underlined. We have to be honest enough to try. Those having religious affiliations will find here nothing disturbing to their beliefs or ceremonies. There is no friction among us over such matters. We think it no concern of ours what religious bodies or members identify themselves with individuals. This should be an entirely personal affair, which each one decides for himself in light of past associations or his present choice. Not all of us join religious bodies, but most of us favor such memberships. In the following chapter, there appears an explanation of alcoholism, and as we understood it. Then a chapter addressed to the agnostic. Many who once were in this class are now among our members. Surprisingly, we define agnostic at the bottom of the page as believe God is unknown or probably unknown. Or if you break down, agnostic means like not knowing. We're not sure. Enough we find such convictions no great obstacles to a spiritual experience. That's one of the first promises we get. So it's said a promise at the end. Further on, clear-cut directions are given showing how we recovered. These are followed by 43 personal experiences, and they're not opinions, and that's kind of the way we sponsor folks, is we give our experience with recovery from alcoholism, not our opinion about it, not anything we believe to be true, but my experience with quitting drinking was this, my experience with step 1 through 5 was this, and so on. The purpose of the stories are here that each individual in the personal story describes in his own language and from his own point of view the way he established his relationship with God. These give fair cross-sections of our membership and a clear-cut idea of what has actually happened in their lives. We hope no one will consider these self-revealing accounts in bad taste. Our hope is that many alcoholic men and women desperately in need will see these pages and will believe that it is only by fully disclosing ourselves and our problems, our experiences written above that, they will be persuaded to say, yes, I am one of those too. I must have this thing. For the end of this chapter, the two questions must be answered before step 3. So where he says, yes, I am one of them too, or I must have this thing. I question both of those to concede to my innermost self if I'm a real alcoholic. And then do I stop drinking the way I intend to, essentially, is what it's getting to. Like, yes, I can stop. Is it a day, a week, a month? One time I had a year and a half and then went back out. So getting to quitting, getting rid of the mental obsession, getting rid of the physical craving.
Can you pause?
Uh-huh.